You've all heard the advice to buy low, sell high. It's age-old investment advice that plays out time and time and time and time again. That's how the rich get richer. That's how the poor get rich. That's how the middle class gets rich. That is how people make a lot of money, by finding something whose value is very low and then buy it at that price and then ride it out when the value is very high, sell it, make those profits. And that is a good idea. So I am going to give you investment advice in this episode, and it has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, stocks, bonds, T-notes, or any of that stuff.
Welcome to the Licensed to Live show, where professionals, doctors, champions, VIPs, attorneys, and those in public office discover strategies that help you restart and gain what is lost when you find yourself accused. If another has doubted your integrity, questioned your credentials, or caused your actions to come under scrutiny, you are in the right place. On the other hand, if you have never felt the knot in the pit of your stomach when legal papers are served, the heartbreak of disappointing your family when the lock clicks shut on handcuffs, or had to appear before a board of review, then be aware, the longer you serve, the more likely you are to find yourself under the microscope of those who judge. Prepare yourself for this uncomfortable possibility. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jarrett Patton.
Welcome to this episode of Licensed to Live. My name is Dr. Jarrett Patton, and I am your host for our journey together today and every day you choose to listen to this show. If you or anyone you know has been dissed in their career, please invite them to join us along this journey. You know, dissatisfied, discouraged, disinterested. Simply go to your favorite podcast player, just like iHeartRadio, and subscribe to Licensed to Live. While you're there, please rate this episode and give me honest feedback so that I make sure that I give you the most up-to-date information about career challenges and life changes. And yes, folks, today is all about that investment advice. Investment advice that you've heard time and time again, that, hey, if you buy low and sell high, that's the strategy to make a lot of money. And you know what? I'm going to start this episode off by saying I am not a financial advisor. I am not a financial planner. I don't even have background in finance. Didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn last night. But I am sure going to give you my investment advice right after we finish thanking our sponsors. Hey, this is Dr. Jarrett Patton. Do you need more positivity in your life? No matter what part of your life you want to transform, positive affirmations can help you achieve your goals. But sometimes making permanent changes can be difficult. Designed with you in mind, Licensed to Live, daily affirmations to rebuild your life will inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Licensed to Live, daily affirmations to rebuild your life will set you on the path to changing your mindset, beliefs, speech, and ultimately your actions. You can change your life now by getting your copy at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your finer book retails, or licensedtolive.com. That's licensedtolive.com.
Hey guys, this is Janae Noonan, and I'm here with Dr. Jarrett on Licensed to Live. Hit the subscribe, follow the journey, let's go.
Something smells good. EH3 coffee. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. Nothing better than waking up. EH3 in your cup. Premium organic. EH3 coffee. Nothing better than in the middle of your day. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. EH3 coffee.
Did you know that you can see individual lectures from Licensed to Live the conference? Yes, there were so many great speakers. And I know a lot of you guys don't have 8, 10, 12 hours to go through all of that material if you couldn't make it live. But there are a lot of gems, and there may be something that you're specifically interested in. And if you are specifically interested in any of those topics, you can check out that lecture. So you can pack it into 45 minutes, see what you need to do, update yourself, maybe go back and see another one, and then you can keep it moving. You don't have to fish through 12 hours of content to get it done. So go to licensetolive.com and check out your favorite speaker. Yeah, I was joking that I didn't sleep in a Holiday Inn last night, and I'm not a financial advisor. And so from this point forward, before anybody starts to get me on that, is I'm not giving any kind of financial advice. I'm giving investment advice. And there's something that I want you to keep your eyes on, because the value seems to be getting lower, but the market is starting to drive it up higher. So I am not talking about artificial intelligence. I'm not talking about commodities like oil or gold. And I'm certainly not talking about mutual funds. What I'm talking about is yourself. Right now, in this labor market that we've been trapped in for the past, let's just wrap it all in through the pandemic. Once we emerged from the pandemic, the economy started getting tougher. Interest rates started raising. People had less money. More people are living check to check. And employers feel like they have been in control of the whole labor market because they hang a little dangling carrot over you so that you go to work every day, so that in 2 weeks you get that paycheck and you're ready to go. But in this particular instance, many employers are saying, great, people need to work. The economy's bad. We can offer a paycheck. And they may not offer the biggest and brightest of paychecks, but hey, it's something stable. It's something that you can handle. So, might as well jump on the bandwagon. Listen, folks, I don't want you to be fooled in thinking that a lot of people are out there right now and they are at a low value or a inflicted low value. Some of you guys are like, my value is not low. It's never been. But I'm telling you to look at how you have been treated. That time you asked for that vacation and were told no, or that time you asked for a raise and they gave you 52 cents extra. And those are subtle signs that your value is not as high as you think it should be. Now, it's plenty high enough to have a high-level job. I know all you fire starters out here are doing things. You're already at the top of your game. You're able to work hard. You are perhaps an executive or a physician or a lawyer or a businessman, and you are saying, hey, my career too can stand to gain a little bit of satisfaction, maybe a little bit more money, a little bit more fun, all of these things that I've talked to you about in this particular show. We've talked about. You've all, at this point, heard about my keys to a great life. And in general, L, look at your goals. I, integrate work into life, life into work. F, fun, have more fun. E, expectations, have great expectations. Those are the keys to a great life. And I've talked about those in the past. I'm not going to belabor those right now. But these keys to having a great life, doesn't speak specifically about your career being one of those top things. But right now, in an employer's view, they can get people from anywhere. People are looking for jobs. People aren't looking for jobs. They know that the average worker's worth is lower than it's ever been. Why do you think healthcare workers have been striking at Kaiser? We talked about that a couple episodes ago. Why do you think they're striking at General Motors? Why do you think there's strikes all across the board? Hospitals, car manufacturers, computer shops, you name it. People are striking because they feel that their worth is not where it should be. This is what we're talking about when we say your overall worth is lower than it has been, certainly prior to the pandemic, but since then, particularly in this challenging environment where people, individuals are losing money, business people are losing money, organizations have been losing money, and they've been falling apart. I mean, for crying out loud, Rite Aid is announcing they're going to enter into bankruptcy. A large pharmaceutical chain like Rite Aid going into bankruptcy. Yes, times are hard out there. That's what I'm trying to say. And right now, people in the C-suite, people who are running these companies right now, they can't worry about your problems. They have much bigger problems because they say this whole organization may shut down if we don't take a corrective action. And again, we don't have more time to give workers off. We don't have more money to give workers to give them equitable pay. We don't have any of that right now. And if you're following this discussion, you see all of these factors are trickling down, making your personal worth much lower than it had been in the past. And I don't see it coming up anytime in the near future in this environment. A lot of things are going to have to happen. And this is in light of wars in all different parts of the world that can create even less of a stable global outlook. So, I mean, there's too many things that aren't in your control. And this is the sound investment advice that I want to give you guys today. It's about buying low and selling high. And I'm going to get right back to that right after we finish thanking our sponsor.
The time is now to refresh your career. We help doctors, lawyers, executives, and VIPs refresh and restart. Dr. Jarrett's coaching helps you build confidence, gain more credibility, develop more leadership skills, and gain clarity in your career path. Want to climb the executive ladder or branch out on your own? We'll put your career in overdrive. Visit drjarrett.com and sign up for your free strategy session.
Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I have openings on my calendar virtually every week, and I love talking to new people, giving them some good ideas, seeing how they can get themselves in a better position to find more happiness, better employment, or maybe even start off on a venture on their own, which gives you that control in your life that you've been looking for. So what are you waiting for? The strategy session is free. Timewithdrjarrett.com. So now a lot of you guys are wondering, where are we? What is this great investment advice that you want to give yourself? Well, hey, I've done this in the past, and throughout my License to Live story, my value plummeted. I couldn't find a job in any industry. I was untouchable. Nobody wanted to even deal with me or even give me a second look with a case hanging over my head. And even once that case was cleared up and everything was tried to restore it back to new, and they said, you know what, Dr. Jarrett, we knew you were good. I don't know why we had you go through this in the first place. Didn't matter. My value was low. My value was very low. And it was one of those times that I had to tell myself, hey, if nobody else believes in me, I know I believe in me and I can do something. And that is exactly the time when I truly started investing in coaching. I invested in lots of different things for myself. And it was a tough decision because I wasn't making any money. I hadn't written any books. I hadn't done anything other than be a doctor or in a hospital administrator. So that's what I knew. And I did not know what those next steps would look like till I had conversations. And then I realized, hey, this is like any other investment in life. It's going to have dividends that will pay with time. So when I look at when I had a business coach or a speaking coach or a media coach or a branding coach or my goodness, hundreds of thousands of dollars in different techniques that I put into myself, because I said, you know what? I realized they can snatch a piece of paper right off the wall that has my name and a certificate on it, and they can say, nope, this is no longer valid, and take it. So I wanted to focus on things that I could control and I could do in order to make myself a better, more marketable person. And that's when I went on this whole License to Live journey. And it led to me writing multiple books, winning multiple awards, being on multiple TV shows, and lots of things that I would not have even dreamt about had none of this ever happened to me. But this is where you can have a sound strategy to buy in when your value is perceived to be pretty low, but to invest in yourself. However you choose to invest in yourself, give yourself some more time, read some more books, write some blogs. You know what? Hey, record a podcast if that's what you want to do. Any of these things can help, and they can help. Oh my goodness. They can help take you to another stratosphere, another world that you wouldn't know. So a little bit of investment right now is going to go a long way. When I look at the investments I made back in 2015, 16, when I was starting on this journey, I can't tell you how they've paid off in the future. And you can't even measure it monetarily. I mean, I could, and I could go back and add all that money up, but I'm not going to. This is the time when you must say to yourself, I believe in me. I believe in having a wonderful life. I believe in moving things forward and not looking in that rearview mirror, wondering what direction I mistook, or with that time I got lost over there when I made that left in Albuquerque, as Bugs Bunny used to say. All of those things are here, and they're for you. But first, you have to believe in yourself. 2, you have to invest a little bit in yourself. Could be time, could be money, could be a combination of both. But those investments that you're making in yourself, whether you're going back to school, whether you're going to get a certificate, whether you're going to write a book, whether you're going to go on and go on a whole media tour, any of these things that I've done or that I've even helped my clients do, it is something that's out there for your taking. So don't get discouraged in this market where your perceived value is low. Your actual value has never been higher. And if you make some minor investments in yourself now, you're going to be up amongst the stars. And the tiniest bit of momentum that you start going now will start to roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. And then it can never be stopped. Not by one person, not by one thing, not by any collection of circumstances, because you have the keys. You control the outcomes here because the investment is all about you. And then when you come back on the other side of this investment, your value automatically gets higher, whether it's in hard credentials, soft credentials, experiential credentials. Yeah. School of Hard Knocks sometimes teaches some lessons that people need to learn. And so if you're one of those people as well, don't worry. Your time is coming. Stay the course. Believe in yourself. Invest a little now. And trust me, this investment advice will pay off much better than the last investment advice you got that sent you chasing after some Bitcoin or other types of cryptocurrency. Hang in there, folks. And remember, I'm always here for you, just in case. But until then, I'll see you next time.
No matter how disheartening the moment of accusation sounds, how deep the pain of immobilization stabs, or how bleak your future looks, no one can take away your license to live. Keep Dr. Jarrett's expertise handy and unlock your future. Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or another podcast player and subscribe right now to Licensed to Live. See you next time.